Hey, what's up soldiers? My name's GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, and welcome back to another Call of Duty Zombies Top 10, where today we're going to be doing the top 10 point weapons in Call of Duty Treyarch Zombies history. This is a Treyarch top 10, so we're going from World at War all the way through Black Ops 3. Now, we have been getting hit and bombarded with a bunch of stuff about Black Ops 4, so if you guys want to see any theory videos from me, make sure to let me know down below in the comment section, guys, because I really do enjoy the zombie storyline. I know a lot about it, and I'm really intrigued by what we've been getting as far as leaks go and how it can tie in to the timeline and everything that's going on for the Black Ops 4 story. So if you guys are interested in that at all, make sure to let me know down below in the comment section. Now, before we get into the video, if you guys like Fortnite, check out my Fortnite channel. If you don't like Fortnite, don't check out my Fortnite channel. That's all I'm gonna say about that. It's gonna be linked down below if you want to check it out. And if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new. And without further ado, let's get right into the top 10 point weapons in Call of Duty Treyarch Zombies history. Coming in at the number 10 spot is going to be the MP5. Now, this weapon costs 1,000 points in Black Ops 2, and we're talking about both MP5s for this list. Now, for me, when it comes to Mob of the Dead and speedrunning, I always get the MP5 because it's a decent weapon. It's only 1,000 points, and it can do the job in the early rounds. Probably below round 10, you're going to be completely set, no problem, no issues at all whatsoever. And also on Ascension and Black Ops 1, the MP5 with this was 1,000 points. You could access it right away after leaving the spawn room, which is really nice if you went out the top area by the stage or near the PhD flopper area. So that is definitely the best option. A lot of people would just buy the MP5, get a bunch of points, and then eventually make their way to power and hit the box and get better weapons. So I think that the MP5 is a really good weapon for just building points in general. When I play on Mob of the Dead, I have to build a lot of points in order to access the roof, open up all the doors on Mob of the Dead. There are so many different doors that you have to buy, and they're fairly expensive. Like, just to get from the showers to the Citadel tunnels, it's 2,000 points, and then you have to buy a $1,000 door to get down to the spiral staircase, then another $1,000 door at the bottom of that, and then to get to Jug it's 2,000. Or if you go through the other room with all the different like machines or generators, you have to pay 1,500 for that door, and then another 1,500 to get out to the actual docks. So Mob of the Dead has a ton of different things, and another reason why the MP5 is so good on Mob is because there's another wall buy for the MP5 that's actually in the generator room as well, right near the docks. So it's definitely a great weapon for building points, and it's good not only on Ascension but also Mob of the Dead. So it comes in at the number 10 spot. Coming in at the number 9 spot is going to be the Weevil from Black Ops 3. Now, this is basically the PDW equivalent for Black Ops 3. It has 50 bullets per magazine and 350 in reserve. Now, the thing that makes the Weevil so good is it doesn't deal a ton of damage unless you're getting headshots. So if you're shooting zombies in the body after about round 10 all the way up to about round 20 or so, you're going to rack up a ridiculous amount of points. It's also a weapon that you can acquire after getting 115 headshots on Origin, which makes it another great weapon to have just for building points in general. So it's great on any of the maps in Black Ops 3 where there are a ton of doors to open, especially Zetsubo no Shima. Coming in at the number 8 spot is actually the PDW from Black Ops 2. Now, this weapon also has a ton of ammo as well. It's basically the Weevil of Black Ops 2. Now, the thing about the PDW, once again, it has 50 bullets per magazine, and it only costs 1,000 points, and you can buy it off the wall. It's one of the weapons that you can draw on buried, so if you're looking to get a lot of points, it's really good. And another great thing about the PDW as well, not only does it get a ridiculous amount of points, but it's also the best weapon to have for the sharpshooter step when you're doing the Easter egg on buried, just because of the high ammo count. 50 bullets per magazine is absolutely ridiculous for shooting the targets, and if you're shooting them one by one, you don't even need to reload while you're doing this step, which makes it awesome. Now, the PDW is going to rack up a ton of points, and it's always good to have as a secondary weapon if you're just trying to point build and hit the box on buried and get like the best weapons. So it's definitely a great weapon, and that comes in at the number 8 spot. Coming in at the number 7 spot is going to be the MPL. Now, when I think of the MPL, first, right off the bat, I think of 5. It's the first weapon that you can buy off the wall once you open the first door for 750 points, and the same hallway with the elevator that you take down to the main war room area. Now, when I think of the MPL and using this weapon, it is extremely weak, but the really good thing about the MPL being so weak is that you can rack up a ridiculous amount of points, and buying ammo off the wall for like 500 points is such a good deal because you can just keep buying ammo and probably stay upstairs like in the main starting area in that hallway till about round 6 or 7 until you start getting a little bit overwhelmed, and by that time you're gonna have plenty of points to move down to the war room. You're gonna have at least 7,000 points. You can go and pretty much pack a punch right away, which makes it extremely good. So I would say the MPL comes in at the number 7 spot, and for most of these I'm going to be using personal experience on specific maps because I find that it's just a lot easier for me to explain why they're so good at building points. Coming in at the number 6 spot is going to be the AK-74U, and more specifically the 74U on Call of the Dead. Now, this is the weapon that you can buy off the wall or off the lighthouse that's located in the main area where everyone likes to train, kind of near where you can buy PhD flopper. Now, the reason that I think this spot is so good is because it's wide open. You can avoid George very easily, and the zombies are just going to pour in nice and evenly, and it's a great area to train. And you can just buy this weapon off the wall for only 1200 points, as a ton of ammo, and it's not the strongest weapon, so if you're trying to point build, it's great. Now, what I usually like to do on Call of the Dead is I'll turn on power right away, and then I'll go over to this area, train up a ton, and then I'll go buy Jug, because you really don't need Jug with this weapon until you get to about round 15 or so, and then it gets a little bit more claustrophobic and like difficult. But I would say the 74U is a great weapon to buy for point building, and it's really good on Call of the Dead. It's also the weapon that is located out in like the alley on Kino, so it's another great weapon to have as well. So the AK-74U comes in at the number 6 spot. Coming in at the number 5 spot is going to be the PPSH. Now, I was kind of debating whether or not I was going to put this one higher on the list, but you guys will understand the other reasons for the other placements of the weapons in a little bit. But the PPSH is one of the best weapons without a doubt in Call of Duty Zombies history, with the overwhelming amount of support that it got on Garage Crovy as well. I think that this weapon is fantastic. Now, in Garage Crovy in Black Ops 3, it's pretty much just as good as the World at War version was, and it's just such a classic weapon, and the high rate of fire makes it a great weapon. If you're shooting into a horde of zombies, you're gonna rack up ridiculous amounts of points. Only drawback to that is it runs out of ammo extremely quickly, which kind of defeats the purpose of it being such an amazing weapon. So the PPSH comes in at the number 5 spot. Coming in at the number 4 spot is going to be the MP40. Now, when I think of the MP40, I automatically think of Kino der Toten. This is the weapon that you can buy in the speed cola room with the stairs that kind of go down, and it looks really nice. Now, the MP40 only costs 1,000 points. This weapon is such a good weapon for getting points. It can kill dogs, which is extremely important. So usually when I play Kino, I'll stay in the spawn room till about round 4 or so, and then I'll go buy the MP40 like right away, just because of how good it is. Now, this thing shreds zombies, it racks up tons of points, and if you combine it with like another really good gun like the Thunder Gun, you're pretty much set the entire game. You can pack a bunch of the MP40 just from using it for a couple rounds. You can buy ammo for only 500 points, which is awesome, and then if you decide you want to pack a bunch it, you can. Now, I wouldn't really recommend it as much on Kino, just because in Black Ops 1 you only get like a small amount of ammo, but if you're playing in the later Call of Duties like Black Ops 2 or 3, it's an actual amazing weapon for pack-a-punching. So the MP40 comes in at the number 4 spot. Coming in at the number 3 spot is going to be the Thompson from World at War. Now, as soon as I think of this weapon, I think of the wall buy that is located right next to the furnace on Derice. Now, a lot of people for high round strategies on this map, they like to have the Thompson, and they like to use the trap strategy using the traps located right inside of that room, and they're able to maintain and go for really high rounds combined with the Wonder Waff. Now, the Thompson in World at War was so good because it could take out dogs very easily. It had a high rate of fire and dealt a ton of damage even in the later rounds, and then you could pack a punch it and it becomes the Gibzomatic, which is such a cool name for a pack punch weapon. It had a lot of ammo as well, so I think the Thompson is just a classic weapon from zombies, and it was so good for point building. Like, a lot of people would buy it. I remember buying it even on Nocturne Ton, like right when World at War was out, and I was playing that. It was such a good weapon for building points. So the Thompson comes in at the number 3 spot. Coming in at the number 2 spot is going to be the Tommy gun, or the M1927 from Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3, but more specifically we're going to go with the Mob of the Dead version that's at the docks. As you guys know, I love Mob of the Dead. You're totally sick of me saying this because I say it as much as I possibly can, but I honestly think that this Tommy gun is my favorite weapon for building points. It is so good. It takes out Brutus really quickly. It's good at getting headshots. It's great when it's pack-a-punched. I mean, I can't really say anything else better about this weapon. It has a drum mag, so you have 50 bullets in a clip right off the bat. It has a ton of ammo, and it only costs 1,500 points, which in my opinion is one of the more expensive wall buy weapons, but it's still totally worth it. It's such a good gun, and it had to be in this list really high, so it comes in at the number 2 spot. Coming in at the number 1 spot is a weapon that you guys are not going to believe I put at the number 1 spot, and probably about 95% of you guys didn't even think of this, but it's the SVU on Buried. Now, on Buried, there's a really cool Easter egg, or that is kind of a permaberg. I wouldn't really call it an Easter egg, I guess. That's called Sharpshooter, and what this does is after you get 15 long shots with a sniper rifle, every sniper rifle kill grants you an additional 300 points. This is what people did on Buried to fill up their bank, so if they decide to play on Transit or Die Rise, they were set. Now, literally all you have to do is sit in one certain area and get 15 long shots. Once you do that, you can run around with the sniper rifle. Now, a lot of people could say like the DSR or something like that could be at the number 1 spot because of this, but I think the SVU deserves the number 1 spot because it's one of the weapons that you can just draw on the wall. It only costs 1,000 points. Now, you can also do this on Die Rise, but you're not going to get the Sharpshooter permaperk ability. It only works on Buried, and that's what makes Buried such a unique and awesome map. So the SVU comes in at the number 1 spot. I bet a lot of you guys did not expect that, so if you didn't expect it, let me know down below in the comment section. But anyways, guys, that is going to be the top 10 point building weapons in Call of Duty Zombies history, or the top 10 best point weapons in Call of Duty Zombies. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Now, earlier today I uploaded episode 1 of the Black Ops 2 campaign. Earlier over the past couple months, I did the Black Ops 1 campaign, so if you guys want to check out that playlist, I'll have it in that video as well. But if you want to follow me along with the Black Ops 2 campaign, I upload a new episode every single Saturday and Sunday morning at 10 o'clock Eastern time. So if you guys are interested in that, you can check it out. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video tomorrow. I'm going to have the next episode of the Black Ops 2 Let's Play, as well as another awesome video. So hope to see you guys there. Peace out.